I'm interested about sort of specifics on the animals that were on the ark, specifically things like dinosaurs, fish, bugs, like things that seem counterintuitive almost to bring on an ark. Was every species or kind represented on the ark?
Yeah, well, no, because the Bible says it was only the land dwelling, air breathing creatures that were taken on the ark. The fish didn't have to go on the ark because it was a watery catastrophe. They could survive in the ocean. So there's no mention of those. It's all the air breathing, land dwelling creatures. And it's two of every kind and seven of some, the clean animals. And so we're talking about mammals, we're talking about reptiles, not so many amphibians, we're talking about birds. And so we're not talking about a huge number. When you realize that dogs are related to wolves and foxes, in fact, I just even read today, they're trying to figure out which wolf is the closest ancestor of all the domestic dogs that we have today. And I think there's some wolf in Japan they were talking about recently. We're looking at the genetic studies. So it's well known in the scientific community. And we're not talking about the species level. That's a human classification system. If you go back up through the canids or dogs, you're going up higher in the classification system, even above a genus, probably to a family. Same with the cats. Lions can breed with tigers. You get ligers and tyons and panthers and pumas and bobcats. They're all part of the cat family. And so the Bible uses the term kinds in Genesis 1, and it also uses it in Genesis 6 and 7 in relation to the animals that going on the ark. And so we're only looking at we did a study, we had some scientists come together to do a study on this. We're only talking about something like 14 to 16,000 kinds that would have been represented on the ark. In fact, it's amazing. The birds, the ducks are all related. They can all interbreed, swans. And so it whittles down the numbers. And so 14 to 16,000, pairs of animals and seven of some, the clean ones. You could be only talking about 40 to 50,000 animals per se, and many of them are only small, and they were small ones. And they had to be young ones because what was the purpose of them going on the ark? They were to get off the ark afterwards, get married and have kids to repopulate the world. So you didn't take big old dinosaurs that were large. Yes, dinosaurs would have been represented on the ark because they're land-dwelling, air-breathing animals. And we know they existed prior to the flood because we have their bones in the fossils. And so small ones, they hatched out of an egg the size of a football. So small young ones were still only quite small. Most dinosaurs were actually small. A lot of the hype is about the huge dinosaurs, but they're the big old dinosaurs. And so, you read about the dimensions of the ark in the scriptures. It's longer than a football field and 3 decks. And so it was a huge vessel. The space is equivalent to over 500 standard railway stock cars. So, that's a lot of space for Noah and his family, for the food, and for 40 to 50,000 animals at most, including a lot that was small. And so, room on the ark wasn't a problem. And some animals, of course, hibernate when there's danger. And so, the whole account of the flood is plausible. It's one of the things that I'm involved in with others, of explaining to people that the details are believable. What the Bible tells us, stacked up against the science of all the animals, etc., and the building of the ark, etc., it is totally believable. And that's what we demonstrate at our ark replica that we built here in Northern Kentucky and also in our Creation Museum.